And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We're at the Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks plan to take advantage of home court. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Adams is out there with Dennis Rodman. And it's Cowboy. And it's Adams in at the 2 spot.
You always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
Memphis really revitalized their season late in the year, but they dropped a lot of games against the East early on.
Adams against Hudson. And that one's good.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Cowboy. Adams outside. Passes to Cowboy. Just 5 on the clock. The teardrop falls in. The Grizzlies would rally later in the year, Clark, as you were saying, some losses to the East last year that they would want back.
Yeah, no question about it. Every team in the league wants games back they lose. You can't recapture them, though. Memphis, no different. They had some injury issues, though. Mark Gasol out for a while, and that really disrupted their rhythm. But late in the season, as you said, they were right on track.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Rodman with a screen on Young. Adams, the pass to Baldwin. Rebound, Atlanta. Here's Young to the left side wing. Young left side. And in the game, it's Atlanta.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Cowboy, defended by Young. And there's the pass to Cowboy. Here's Baldwin. No good on the 3. The Hawks leading by 3. Guys are seeing some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Here's Cowboy. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Adams. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Cowboy. The feed to Adams. Passes it to Cowboy. Shot to end this cold run. Rebounded by Hudson.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Bogdanovich. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Here's Hudson. He has 5. He feeds it to Gallinari. Pass to Hudson. Young outside. Here's Gallinari. Soft touch off the glass.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him. Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
And Coach Budenholzer, 2-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in Steve politics, philosophy, And economics, it sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. But, you know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs. And that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks.
That one misses.
Last season, there were a handful of teams jockeying for that final playoff spot in the East, and the Hawks were right there in the middle of it and ended up snagging the 8th seed and then scared the Pacers in round 1. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket, on time and on target.
Cowboy passes to Rodman. Here's Cowboy, takes the 12-footer and hits.
And although the Hawks would end up being the only sub-500 team to make the playoffs, they put on quite a show when they got there.
Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this matchup and addressed the quality shot blocking they'll have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Draw the help, kick to the open man. If we execute our offense, we'll be fine. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority in the scouting report. You face a team this good defensively, you're thinking about how we need to attack it. And then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
Well, Atlanta was able to push Indiana to 7 games before falling out of the playoffs. Certainly proved they deserve to be there.
And they did it without being at full strength, Kevin. I mean, Al Horford was out most of the season with that torn pectoral muscle. And just to be able to put up that kind of fight against Indiana, it was a comfortable matchup for the Hawks. Shooting threes, spreading the floor, playing small ball, and they gave Indiana all they wanted on the inside. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Left side, Adams from downtown. That's good. Adams has got 5 now.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. Fires it up. Second shot opportunity. And it's Okafor missing.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And that one's good.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Now here's Okafor. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Left side, Adams deflects the pass. Gallinari with the steal. Pass to Hudson. Okafor inside. Adams on him. Unloads from 13. And the jumper is on the mark. Okafor's got his second basket of the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard, and they're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Atlanta leading by 5. There's the pick. Mutombo sets a screen. Hill dishes to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's his first foul.
Way to stand his ground. He set his feet and took the full force of that charge right in the middle of his chest. That took some courage.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Calathes. Passes to Skortsanitis from the baseline. That one a little long.
And with Atlanta, as you said, for a while now they've been a playoff caliber team, but making that next step into the elite class of the East has been hard.
.158 left to play in the first quarter. Hill has the open look. Here's Mutombo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
And some of it, Clark, for Atlanta making the jump is personnel. It's never easy to get a franchise player without a high draft pick.
And in that sense, Kevin, they are a bit in danger of becoming a treadmill team. But they have a good base right now, and I think they just need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They lead by 7. Hill a screen on Anderson. For the 3. That's good. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, defensively, they have to pick up the intensity and close out on shooters.
Steve, you're right. I mean, they're getting picked apart out there, and the intensity on D's got to pick up as well. I mean, you can't have it on cruise control on defense. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And so it's Atlanta with it. 8-point game. And here's Hill for 3. The shot is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Franklin passes to Prince. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Lewis Williams. The Grizzlies have shot 2 free throws and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Well, guys, you go back to last season, and this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Atlanta making a switch here. Jenkins checked in. Good on the second free throw. The Hawks leading by 7. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Hill. Mutombo is screen on Prince. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jenkins. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's Calathes. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead, up by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, Steve, Clark, your thoughts?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
Atlanta leading by 7. Webb out there with John Jenkins. Then there's Hill. Then it's Gorgie Day. And it's Mutombo in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now here's Jenkins. And here is Prince. Feeds to Calathes. Back to Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11, and he connects with the jumper. Prince has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Grizzlies. And here is Jenkins.
Well, Tayshaun Prince, a terrific player in his time with that championship Detroit Pistons team of years past, but his decline over the last 5 years has been noticeable. Ever since he hit 30, it's been downhill.
Now here is Hill, leading by 5 to the inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for Prince, now 34 years of age, with this season and next left on his contract.
Yeah, still a smart veteran who doesn't make many mistakes, but it's certainly clear that his best days are behind him. Gorgui Dieng, a Senegalese big man, of course won a national title at Louisville and was really the anchor of that team's championship defense.
That free throw, no good.
And Dieng, not just a shot blocker defensively, also grabs steals and takes charges. Very smart defensive player who helps in a lot of ways.
Boomer, he's checked in for the Hawks. Gallinari comes in for Solomon Hill. And he's good on the second. And Dieng, the former MVP of the Basketball Without Borders camp in South Africa, came to the U.S. as a slender prospect and has added over 50 pounds of muscle since his days at Louisville.
That's exactly right, but he's retained his quickness and athleticism while adding that muscle. That's the big thing. Plays with a really good motor. I'd love to see the fruits of his labor paying off.
Here's Baldwin. Hudson's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Jenkins. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Webb kicks to Okafor. Here's Hudson. 9 points in the game so far. Hangs, and Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got 6.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Here's Cowboy. 6 points for him. Here's Baldwin. Rebound, Atlanta. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To the inside, here's Hudson, and good coming off the assist by Spud Webb. Hudson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. Timeout called the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Baldwin. He's covered by Hudson. The pass to Cowboy. Shot clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. Cowboys got 8.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
The Hawks leading by 8. Webb kicks to Young. He dishes it to Gallinari. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got 4 this quarter.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Pass to Cowboy. Unloads from 9. Rebounded by Hudson.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Shots good from Young.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Here's Cowboy. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Rodman. To the wing right side. Here's Baldwin. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. Now, here is Webb. And Young with the basket on the assist by Spud Webb. 8 points for B.
He had no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Cowboy passes to Baldwin. Rodman with a screen on Hudson. Here's Baldwin, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. So it's the Hawks now. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Bogdanovich. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Adams dishes to Adams. Off target with his three.
Well, one thing about the Grizzlies, they can close out possessions because they're such a fantastic rebounding team.
Young from outside, and good on the basket. Booker. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Cowboy passes to Baldwin, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Young with the ball. 11 points in the game. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Williams, he's checked in for Hudson. Atlanta shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Cowboy, and it's Memphis with another.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Young outside. Kicks it to Williams. Back to Young. Gallinari with the screen for Young. And the 3 ball is good. Young's got 14 points.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Rodman sets a screen. No good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. That 3 off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Here's Cowboy. He's got 10. Diedrich pulls it in. Now Young. Here's Baldwin.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
And it comes off the front of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Cowboy passes to Rodman. To the middle. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jello. You got to do better than that.
Clark, he's not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly. I mean, he's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
Here's Young, following the score by Memphis. The dish to Okafor. Hawks passing it around. Again, Young missing. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. You think about the Grizzlies, and the one thing that jumps out at you is their physicality. I mean, that's a team that loves contact and has no problem being physical.
For the Grizzlies, given how much Memphis loves their football, the physicality of the Grizz fits right in.
Yeah, the fans really appreciate it, and it's effective against every team in the league, particularly because the NBA has gotten much smaller and faster. So the Grizzlies are playing sort of a different style, and it's been very effective for them.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Atumbo is checked in for Boomer. Gorgie Dang comes in for Gallinari. And it's Hill in for Young. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
You have to give the Hawks a lot of credit for what they did last season. They knew they were going to lose some players and have to hit the reset button and recalibrate a bit, but they did so quite smoothly.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Cowboy passes to Prince. Dishes it to Anderson. Pass to Cowboy. Shot clock at 6. Back to Anderson. Rebounded by the Hawks. Well, for the Hawks, it's been 2 years of big names like Joe Johnson and Josh Smith leaving. See, they still remain competitive.
Well, they always seem to have a backup plan in place for whenever a star player leaves. And really, this has been the plan all along, the foresight to create space and picks and cap room. They're trying to build something special here, and of course it takes time.
Here's Cowboy following the score by Lou Williams. Cowboy passes to Adams. Here's Cowboy, and a miss there on the triple.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The feed now to Prince. To the left wing. Now the pass to Cowboy. Releases from 15. Nice jump shot. Good. Cowboys got 12.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Bogdanovich. Good on the jump shot. And the Hawks lead by 16. Puts up a prayer. Shot is no good. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Hawks lead by 16. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Young. He's got 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Atlanta leading by 16. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. They've got Adams. Dennis Rodman is out there with Adams, and it's Cowboy, and it's Baldwin in at the 3 spot. Here's Hudson. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. Good. Hudson's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it. The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing.
Now here's Adams. And now Rodman inside. Wow, way off on that one. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Okafor. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 16. There's the bucket. Good.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Young outside. Pass to Hudson. Free throw line jump shot. Gallinari wide open. Here's Okafor. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier.
Shooting 1.
And that one falls for Okafor.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Okafor. 8 rebounds and 1 steal as well.
He's just been making one play after another, from one baseline to the other, covering the whole court.
Full throttle up and down the court. He has not let up one bit.
The Grizzlies have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
Cowboy. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Good on both. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And he lobs it up toward the rim, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
You know, Memphis had a good road record overall, kept it above 500 despite a really sluggish start to the season and then losing Marc Gasol for a while due to a knee injury.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He told Cowboy that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Atlanta leading by 14. As you said with Memphis, guys, they ended with 23 road wins last year. That's a great mark for any team.
You know, their game translates well to the road as they like to pound it inside. That kind of game travels well because, you know, you can control the tempo of the game as the more physical, dominant team.
4 on the clock. Young with no one around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Rodman up top. Here's Adams. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now, here is Young. 14 points for him. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Franklin's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
You know, there aren't a lot of easy matchups out in the Western Conference from top to bottom. The West is loaded, but the Hawks did a great job of beating some of the weaker teams out west when they did see them.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Young dishes to Okafor. Franklin with the steal. Banked in off the glass. And for a lot of teams in the East, that is all you can do, Clark. Just beat the weaker teams in the West.
Well, that's a concession I know a number of teams in the East don't necessarily want to make. But if you're middle of the road East team like the Hawks, that's really all you can try to hope for.
A nice shot by Hudson.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Here's Cowboy. 16 points for him.
It's been a solid outing for Cowboy. He's got 16 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
And the Hawks making a change here. Jenkins checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Young. He's got 16. Gallinari with the screen for Young. All alone. And that one hits back iron.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Cowboy passes to Baldwin. Rodman sets a screen over to the left wing. Baldwin. Gallinari covering. Shot clock at 5. Shot denied. And here's Young. He feeds it to Okafor. Young outside. He dishes it to Jenkins. Back to Young. From deep. Another three for Atlanta. Here's Cowboy. 17 points in the game. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
Rodman against Gallinari. Feeds it to Franklin. From deep. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Rodman's got his second bucket.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And Young kicks to Jenkins. Back to Young. There's the three. Another three for Atlanta.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last three buckets have all come from behind the arc.
Here's Cowboy. Okafor with the ball. Here's Hudson, and he gets the bucket. Hudson's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And so here's Memphis. 19-point game. Here's Baldwin, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You look at the Hawks and how they were able to overachieve last season. Really, it's because they've built a smart basketball team that really understands how to move the ball.
Well, Clark, you see it here with the Hawks in their passing. Saw it all last year, too, as they were elite when it came to getting baskets off of good team passing.
Yeah, and I think that's Mike Budenholzer's carryover from being part of the San Antonio Spurs organization. It's all about everybody contributing, understanding your roles, and sharing the basketball. That can be effective when you're talented and have good shooters.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mutombo, he's checked in for Boomer. Zhang comes in for Gallinari. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Hudson. And it's Williams in for Young. Memphis also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Rodman. And it's Nick Calathis in for Cowboy. So he gets them both. The Hawks leading by 17. Now here's Jenkins. Williams sets a screen for Hill. He kicks it to Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Jenkins. They get it again. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Baldwin the pass to Calathis. Passes it to Baldwin. Out to the right wing. Here's Franklin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Here's Dang. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Mutombo inside. No good with the layup. Grizzlies have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Kicks it to Calathis. Now the pass to Baldwin. Here's Calathis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That drops.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
Atlanta leading by 15. On the wing, Williams. Now the dish to Jenkins. They set the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Calathis. Pass to Baldwin. Anderson, a screen on Hill. Shot clock at 6. Here's Baldwin. Knocks down the 10-footer. 12 points for him. Atlanta's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Mutombo dishes to Williams. And there's the feed to Jenkins. Williams with the ball. He's got 5. Right side, Williams. No good, and tight defense there. Bothered that shot. Franklin kicks to Calathis. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Passes it to Baldwin. from outside the arc. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages, good numbers.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
Now here's Williams. Dishes it to Mutombo. The layup missed.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that. Where the shot's finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of offensive eruption was the only thing that was going to get them back into this one.
And Williams, here we go. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the cruelest of fashions.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Atlanta up by 12. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, Gallinari is out there with Boomer, and it's Pietrich. Then there's Hudson, and it's Young in at the point guard position. Shot clock at 5. Rodman, no luck. Atlanta leading by 12. And Bogdanovich kicks to Gallinari. Young outside. Young left side. Pass to Bogdanovich. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hawks. And for Memphis, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Adams, the pass to Adams. Puts up the baby hook, and that one's good.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
So it's Atlanta now. Grizzlies making the shot.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. To the left side wing. Here's Adams. They grab their own miss. Rodman can't get it to fall. Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Hudson. And yes, sir, that one drops. Hudson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Rodman with a screen on Young. Adams, the pass to Cowboy. A second chance effort. Rodman trying to break free, and it's Adams getting it to go.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Now, here is Young. Here's Hudson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Hudson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
And the shot is good. 19 points for Cowboy.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Here's Gallinari, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals, and they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Adams, and the pass to Cowboy. And the layup's good off the glass. Cowboys got 9 points now in just the second half.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's Hudson. Can't make good off the screen. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, and as many times as you see it, Clark, you never like to see a player have to come out of the game with an injury.
Especially when it's your own teammate. But the other guys just have to step up in the meantime to make up for his absence. Next guy up is what we say.
2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
And he's good on the second. Atlanta leading by 12. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. To the right side. And it's Okafor off the drive. Second shot opportunity. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul. A double clutch. And the layup is up and in.
That's outstanding hang time improvisation right there.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Adams dishes to Rodman. Pass to Cowboy. Anderson outside. Pass to Cowboy. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
At the line for the Grizzlies. Jahlil. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, guys, it seems like the league has been pretty forward-thinking, willing to embrace changes over time, always trying to improve the game. And I think, they actually changed the competition committee over the last couple of years. It used to be every general manager. Now it's made up of 3 owners, 3 general managers, 3 coaches, and a player, which I think is a much more manageable group to work with.
And with that new NBA competition committee, the league was hoping to create a more nimble leadership group to consider various initiatives.
And, I think the culture of the NBA has been open to innovation and new things, new ways of doing things, new thinking, all in an effort to improve the game. To me, that's what it's about.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. They trail by 14. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Cowboys got 8 points in the quarter. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time for an injury report.
Well, thanks, Kevin. I got some news from Atlanta's head athletic trainer. It's bad news, I'm afraid. He's saying that it looks like a broken ankle, which can truly be a devastating injury. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
Doris, thanks for the update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. And unfortunately, you can't afford to dwell on it. I mean, you've got to come up with another plan and move forward.
And that's not easy to do, guys, because it's very emotional for everybody on the team to see him go down. But you're right, Clark. I mean, they've got to figure it out and move on.
Williams is checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks leading by 14. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. He feeds it to Gallinari. Good on the triple.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Here's Cowboy. And Young comes over to help. Jacks up a three. Here's Rodman. Soft touch off the glass.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
Hawks have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Over to the wing. And Bogdanovich kicks to Williams. Young passes to Bogdanovich. No good on the three.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Feeds to Anderson. Outside, Rodman. Left side, Rodman. Just 5 on the clock. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Adams.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Now, here is Young. Now, Gallinari. And Young, here we go. Shoots from the baseline, and the shot is long.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Cowboy passes to Adams. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And the Grizzlies making a change here. And so Dave Yeager has had enough. Timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from B.
He just continues to light him up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He told his guys it's time to turn it up a little and try to make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
The pass to Cowboy. Memphis moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Baldwin the pass to Rodman. Excellent D there from Okafor.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backboard. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
And so here's Memphis. A 12-point game. Baldwin the pass to Adams. Moves back up, and he gets it to go.
They have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
Young outside. He dishes it to Okafor. Fades away, and that one's good. Okafor's got 8 points in the quarter.
You don't see the wide-open fadeaway shot too often.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Kicks to Adams. Out to the right wing. Baldwin the pass to Adams. It's deflected. Here's Rodman. Shot is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Well, clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Hawks.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It
too.
sure is. It sure is.
And if you had to pick one player who would maybe take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Boomer. And the way he rebounded here surely was a spark for the team. And I'll tell you what, he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Now here is Hill. Williams dishes to Hill. And there's the feed to Williams. Shoots the three. The rebound by Prince. The 19-foot shot. Jump shot is good that time.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Lou Hudson.